What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Clash Brothers YouTube channel. This is Lionheart with you, gonna share a war recap for today. My founder of Senators Clan, the leader and brother, Mac, started his YouTube channel, Mac's Attacks, just the other day. And so wanted to give a quick upload to give a shout out to his channel, tell you guys to subscribe there. His link is gonna be down in the comments in case you're interested in catching up with Mac's own YouTube channel, and figured we'd breathe some life back into Clash Brothers, put some videos back in after it's been a little while since we've been posting. But Senators has been super busy. Part of the reason why we've had a bit of a posting hiatus is because of how much time and energy we've been putting into our esports scene, how much time we've been putting into the competitive aspect of Clash of Clans. We've joined several different war leagues. We were in the No Dip League, the WCL, the GCL, the original CWL. We were in the Elite Division this past season. We're constantly signing up for more. We are staying on top of this competitive scene, and so if you are Town Hall 13 and you're looking for a place to have some competitive war, feel free to check out Senators Clan. Our Discord is in the description, and if you're just working your way up through the ladder, working your way up to Town Hall 13, feel free to stop by our Discord. We can find a clan for you, whether it's the one in our family or a different one while you're leveling up your account. All of that's totally fine. But we'll go ahead and jump in. We are in a war right now with Luso War. This is one of the competitive war leagues that we're in. You can see that it's a pretty close war already. It's 24 to 26. They've got us by 2 stars, but we are also behind by 1 attack. And so if the attack is a 2-star average, which, you know, we should be able to expect at this point, then we'll be all tied up. Super close match so far. But I wanted to show you guys a quick triple that I had here on their base number 7. So we'll hit replay and click pause before we even start anything. You can tell that I brought a hybrid to this attack, and really the war army isn't that unique compared to some of the other attacks that we'll hit. I bring usually around 15 miners and hogs anytime that I do a hybrid. It's about as much as you need to get oomph through the base. A couple Coco Loons for the baby dragon for the queen walk. Some wall breakers are always pretty important. I like to take the super wall breakers. We are about 10 days out from CWL right now, and I like to have super wall breakers for CWL. And so I wanted to make sure that they would not be on cooldown for that week, and so I don't have them right now, and won't be able to get them, I don't think, until CWL starts, and then we'll be using the super wall breakers again. But we've got some regular wall breakers. That's totally fine. Some wizards for cleanup, and for my queen walks especially, leading up to a hybrid, I like to use 2 rages and 2 freezes, and the main value that you're looking for out of the opening to a hybrid every time is going to be the clan castle. You know, that's the number one thing, and you want to try and get some other value, whether that is, 1 scatter shot, whether that's a hero, maybe 2 heroes, inferno towers. You're always looking at what value you can get in addition to your queen walk. But for a hybrid, especially where the miners and hogs can't target anything in the air, you need to be able to trigger and take out the clan castle. And so looking at this base, you want to identify the best angle that you can queen walk to get the clan castle, and then create some good pathing, some good shaping for your hybrid attack. I like to do the king siege barracks, and usually usually royal champ to funnel off the other side of it. You'll see in this replay that I actually don't do that full combination because of the way that the base is laid out. But looking at it, you can immediately tell we're not going to be able to queen walk on the south side. If you see, single target infernos are a small red flag, 2 expos, small red flag. If you're getting in the range of maybe 3 expos, a single target inferno, all being in range of each other, that's a big red flag. That's not something that's going to be very easy to queen walk. And so even though you'd be able to get some good freeze value on this south side, seeing 4 expos that your queen is going to be punching through some high hit point buildings before she even starts to target the expos, you just kind of want to stay away from that. There's a lot of dead space up in the 9 o'clock zone, and so you could queen walk over there, but you're not looking at getting much value other than the pathing, and it would be a while before she gets to the clan castle. Usually you want to see if you can take out the town hall with the queen walk, but with the way that the dead space is laid out, that makes it kind of difficult to, and it would be a long time before she gets to the clan castle if you decide to take out the town hall. So kind of narrowing down to this whole area, kind of the 3 o'clock zone is where you might be looking to queen walk, and definitely where I decided to queen walk. And that way you're getting good access to the clan castle fairly early on. And if she walks north, then you get access to the town hall. If she walks south, you're continuing to get some good value out of the warden, and then she starts to get in this kind of danger zone. But we'll go ahead and hit replay now that we kind of know why I decided to pick the queen walk right here, because getting the town hall is a crucial part of the attack. I want to funnel my army into this town hall area, especially if the queen decides to walk south or if the queen decides to walk inwards. And obviously we'll attempt to get her to walk inside. But we're looking at starting the army up in this 12 o'clock zone so that they go through the town hall. And that means we're looking at funneling this area, which, like we already said, there's not a lot of value. It's pretty spread out, and because there are no walls, we're able to put the king and barracks down, and it's able to get a good solid funnel in that area without necessarily dropping the royal champ. So we'll go ahead and hit replay. And so we can see, first thing, we're dropping the cocoa loons. We're going to drop a baby drag here at the 3 o'clock area to try and funnel the queen, make sure that she's walking towards the town hall, because ultimately we don't want her to walk down to this south side. That would definitely be the end of the queen walk. Replace. There we go. And so I let the baby drag do a little bit of work before I drop the queen. Drop the healers, and at this point she might walk a little bit north. I dropped that wizard to help out, but I think the wizard gets targeted by that cannon. But once you play the game for a long enough time, you kind of get the feel of where the queen's going to go, especially in a queen walk, and being able to drop her where we did, she's able to take out buildings and walk herself inside. There's always some risk when you let the queen walk herself without a super deep funnel on your own. Here I thought that she might go north, but I knew I was pretty certain that she was going to be going inside. And so she gets close, the king targets her. You always need to rage when the king and queen start to fight each other. It will, it's going to look close. And, if the king is the only thing in there and you've got 5 healers on the queen, then maybe she can get out without needing a rage. But, we've got a cannon and archer tower focusing on her, the sweeper even focusing on the healers, and you gotta rage for the king. Sometimes people try to save that rage. They end up losing the queen ability for it. I drop all my wall breakers behind because I know they're going to be raged up at the same time. I already dropped the one test wall breaker, and they pop open both of those walls and trigger the clan castle. Now this ended up being kind of close because you can see how close that single target Inferno is to the queen. And obviously we don't want her to be targeted by the single target Inferno while she's focusing on the clan castle troops. But she ends up, taking care of all of that while staying outside of the range. If she was in range, I had 2 free spells for it, but ended up not needing to use those. Drop the king in the barracks over there, because it's really important, especially to take out this mortar. That way, as we drop troops over at the 12 o'clock side for the hybrid, that they're not going to, get distracted, and they are going to go to that town hall. But the funnel starts to continue to develop. The queen is continuing to develop. There's not a lot of damage being put on her right now, so we're not using that second rage. 2 rages is not much for a queen walk, and so you really want to be careful with how you use them. I drop it here as she starts to get in range of that Inferno tower, and I freeze it to make sure that she's working quickly and that it's not getting too much time to be able to work on her. Then I drop my hybrid here because you can see how much value in this 9 o'clock area that funnel already got for me. The king decided to walk inside, the P.E.K.K.A walked outside, really just optimal funneling. And with all of this space being taken out, there's one area for the troops to go, and that's through the town hall with not a lot of other DPS to be able to focus them at the same time. And so we've got all of our pawns, all of our miners going in. The queen's even starting to take out the eagle tower. Obviously, we're trying to warden over the town hall. Maybe we could have gotten away with just a heal for this base, especially because there wasn't much other DPS. But here we're coming into this hot zone. We drop 1 heal over there, and we were able to save the champ, and so we used her to deal with this Tesla farm. This is a fresh hit on the base, and so we didn't know the Tesla farm would be back there, and we want her to be able to start to work on the back end while the troops are, soaking in all the damage. And the attack's looking really good so far. We've got 1 more heal for this kill spot zone down south, and we've got the warden, or the queen ability and the champ ability. used the champ ability just a second ago, as she was really soloing that Inferno, or not Inferno, she was soloing the Tesla farm, and then all of these troops are left up by the end of it, so even though we don't have a spell, you know, to heal them up for this last captive, they're all alive. We're putting a whole army in against a couple expos, bomb towers, and even these bomb camps that we see here at the bottom, these big double bomb compartments, not enough to do anything about it. Got a queen walk, or a queen ability even left over, and so if she was targeted by that Inferno earlier on in the rage, it wouldn't have been you know, the end of the world. We ended up not needing to use her ability in the first place, and we just get a really clean triple. You know, this is the power of hybrid. If you can get a decent queen walk that gets the clan castle and some other value, and if you can get a good funnel on the other side with your king, barracks, royal champ, maybe a Yeti bomb, something like that, anything that provides good pathing for your troops, and then you're able to bring spells appropriately, you know, enough heal spells to get through. If you're looking for a bigger queen walk, if you're looking for a Yeti bomb, you probably don't need as many heal spells, but whatever the tweak is to the attack, hybrid is super strong right now, and it's what I use to get a lot of triples in a lot of these League Wars. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out, like I said, Mac's channel, Mac's Attacks. Started just the other day, and he's definitely looking for all the support that he can get. We'd love to show him some love. Glad that you guys are here. Feel free to like and subscribe to get more Clash content, and we'll see you in the next video.